Hello everyone, it is me, Yeeking. Today we're back with another unboxing. Today's unboxing we got from Transformers Age of Extinction, Evolution 2-pack, Deluxe Class Slug, and Slug! Well, I guess Minicon Slug. Yeah, cause I don't know exactly what this is called, but for the video I'm just gonna call it Minicon Slug, but I thought my text was actually called, unless it is actually called, if it's actually called Minicon Slug, then I won't throw up in text, but if it does have a different name, then I will throw up in text. I just forgot what it was. I just know the mode it was used was a Minicon. But yeah, Toys R Us exclusive perks. Yeah, to flip up here. To celebrate 30 years since the film came out in 2024 and Transformers came out in 1984, to celebrate 30 years, A, there was the 30-year toy line, but B, for the Age of Extinction toy line, there were some duo packs to show off the original and the new. So, Strafe and Slug got a little Minicon Dinobots, and then for Grimlock's Evolution duo pack, apparently his was from Energon for his old school toy, which came as like either a deluxe or not a Voyager, so he got a big boy toy. But yeah. Now, me on the Slug, I don't know if I said Scorn was my favorite or not, or if it was tied to Slug, but I think I do prefer Slug now. I don't know if I said Scorn was my favorite during Scorn's video, but I do prefer Slug a little bit now after the filming of it. I don't know if it mentioned it during or not, but at least afterwards I do kind of prefer, because A, Triceratops is my favorite dinosaur beat of all time, and B, it's in purple. So you know, you wanted me twice. But Scorn is definitely second favorite for my current Age of Extinction Dinobots. But yeah, A, the packaging is kind of old, so I expect this to rip open kind of easily. But, you know, there's the top to show it off. But apparently with the original Slug pack, A, this image would have been bigger, but B, apparently his eyes were blue instead of red. So I think this pack might have came out after the film, and it's just celebrate 30 years. But anyways, going on packaging, open window showing the two Slugs, the Slug that's supposed to represent the 1984, maybe 5, because I think the Dinobots came the year after Transformers. But, and then we have 2014, top of the box, nothing special. Flip to this side, nothing special, just showing off more of the figure. Flip to this side, it does show the actual like old school swoops to celebrate 30 years. Even though I did actually unbox some stuff from Legacy United, which is celebrate 40 years, so it's funny going to something even older. Flip down here, advertises the app. I don't know if it works or not. There's a barcode. And flip to the back, it says you get one classic and one Age of Extinction figure. 25 out of 30. I know I showed that off with Slug. Not Slug, Slog. But I do wonder if you get the individual Slug, if it still counts as 25 out of 30, or specifically the Evolution 2-pack counts as 25 out of 30. I do wonder that. But, there's a Minicon Slug, which I'm just going to call it throughout the video, but if I was wrong, like I mentioned earlier in the video. There's its name, and we're using in the future video, we'll be using the actual proper name. But, takes 4 steps to go from robot to Triceratops. And then for actual Age of Extinction figure, for Slug, it takes 16 steps to go from robot to Triceratops. Of course, they start in Triceratops mode, so we're going to do off Beast mode, and then we go into robot mode. And yeah, let's pop it open. To put in perspective how dried off the glue was, I had to use a piece of Scotch tape to help hold the packaging together, because you can kind of see it kind of coming undone. It wasn't like that in the store, so I think it's just the glue naturally drying off. Yeah. I'm amazed at this. I actually have to get my scissors out for this part because of the tape. Okay. Let's see if I can slide you out. And then let's get this. down. Let's look at the instructions. I assume these are the instructions. Although, to be honest, I'm surprised both Slog and Slug haven't come with a little Hasbro paper. I guess they started doing that sometime later. Actually, I'm doing my Power to Prime stuff to Adidas. I think once they started doing the Wolf of Cybertron stuff, it's when they started doing it. Oh, sure, they can do it with Slug, but they can't do it with Slog. Alright, so, anyways, going over the instructions. It tells you how to go back and it tells you how to do it, that, and just tells you to go back for how to go into robot, Triceratops mode. And then on this side, it tells you how to go from robot to Triceratops. But on this side, it tells you to go from Triceratops to robot. So we'll be looking at this for the video. It's kind of weird that had to do with the same thing with Slog, where I had to pull up a video to figure out what I'm doing. Okay, do you have any plastic strips or no? I don't think so. I think you just have like a pull tab. Well, here's our mini one. And then just to fix them up, there we go. Just try and fix up the guy. And then let's get out his weapons. Honestly, I prefer this kind of packaging, especially if it's close window again. Right. Just try and get out the swords. What we got is weapons. Oh cool, they can just sit together. And they are soft rubber, so you're fine if you try to poke yourself. Though I don't know why you try to poke yourself. But yeah, we got Slug and Slug. Let's go over the small one first. So this one is, the mode has been used a lot. Like it first came out in either Cybertron or Universe. But this one specifically seems to be just straight up a reissue from Dark of the Moon Tricerodon, because his name is originally Tricerodon, and apparently this is like exactly 1-to-1 with the one from Dark of the Moon, so yeah. You know, still pretty cool. Nice in the G1 colors. And then let's take a look at the actual cool toy. FU. I'm kidding, it's small, so it's nice. We have the Age of Extinction Virgin Slug. That was the one to represent 1984, but like I said, the Dinobots came out in 85. Or maybe it was like the first two that came out in 84, then in 85 is when we got the other two members. Because at first it was Slug, Sludge, and Grimlock. Of course, Sludge actually had Slug's name, and Slug had a different name, which I'm not going to say. And then later on, Swoop and Snarl were introduced, but I don't know if they were all introduced in the same year, or the first two were actually in 84, and then next year the other two came by. But taking a look at Slug, I really like this figure because, like I said, purple's my favorite color, and Triceratops, which is my favorite dinosaur of all time. My second favorite is Concavinator, and I still don't have a third favorite at the time, but I think it might be Utahraptor that's becoming my third favorite, because everything I've seen about Utahraptor really looks cool, so might be a third favorite, but I gotta really think about it. But yeah, taking a look at it, pretty cool. Like I said, I didn't say, but when it comes in a box, its tail's folded in, so you have to fold it out to get the better Triceratops look. Pretty cool. Yeah. Nice mouth articulation. Well, let's go articulation. Oh, well, he comes with swords, so for Dino mode, you can plug them in here. And yeah, you can make it look like he can fly. He can fly, he can fly, he can talk. Wait, was there a bio for him? No, there wasn't. Oh no! If you get the slug, like if you get just this guy only, then you get his bio. But in the duo pack, I guess to show off how many steps it takes place of the bio part. Yeah, that's how you can store them in Triceratops mode. The Beaver's Dinobots, they have more of a night theme to them in robot mode. That's why, like Scorn and Slug look more night-like, because the Beaver's Dinobots were brute and beast mode, but in robot mode, they're like knights. I don't know, I think there's like some sort of lore about them being knights, but I can't remember it. But yeah, like I said, let's go over articulation. So let's use this one. This part can go up and down. I don't know if that's intended or not. Its legs, I don't think, it can go in, it can go like this. You want to come down, so articulation wrong. Its front arms can do a little swivel, but that's about it. Not much for articulation, it's kind of just a solid block. Wow, just like the original toys. They have like little articulations, like they can move their arms, and that was about it. Then go from this one. Articulation still wasn't a standard with these toys. It was kind of around Power to Prime, Wolf for Cybertron, when articulation actually became a standard. So anything beforehand, it was kind of just like, you're lucky if you actually did do modern articulation or not. But I think still around this time, there's about the same. It might be missing maybe hands and ankle tilt, but I think on that has everything else that modern articulation does. But in Triceratops mode, the mouth can move up and down, which this is rubber. Horns are also rubber. This is I think that might be rubber, just soft plastic. Arms, they can kind of articulate, but they're hindered. Triceratops bicep can go up and down, but no articulation. And the hands are fused in place. Back legs, they can kind of do stuff, but it requires some tabbing. And you can move the feet up and down. Yeah. Alright, so let's go over those size comparisons. For the size comparisons, I'll do it with him first, and then I'll do it with the other slug. But also, before I get into size comparison, folks, do you want to know my thoughts and opinions on the size comparisons featured in this video? I've linked to that video in the description down below, and I caught up above, because folks are curious about my thoughts and opinions on size comparisons featured in this video. So yeah, let's just put you right here, and like that. Alright, so up first we have from Transformers Rescue Bots. I also forgot to look at the name of this guy. I should have done that. But we got from Transformers... No, it's not Rescue Bots, just because of the mode they use. So forget that. We got from Transformers Dinobot Adventures, Dinobot Slug, who actually is a bit better with this guy, only because, G1 colors. I was going to use my Legacy Evolution Core Class Slug, but since it makes up the chest piece of a combiner, I really don't want to take them apart unless I absolutely have to. If it's a limb piece, I really don't mind taking it off for a size comparison, but if it's a combiner that makes up the chest, I really gotta be committed to the size comparison. Either it's a character that uses the same kind of name, or it's a past version, which, in this case, it is kind of that case, a past version, but I don't know, it's just really, I really want to use it, but it's just, combine the chests, even though the whole core class is in, it's stupid easy to do, it's still a little bit annoying for me. So, that's why I just prefer to do limbs, unless I absolutely have to do the chest. But yeah, there's that one. I guess I can just do like this and try it against all three. And then up next, we got from Transformers Age of Extinction, Voyager class. I suck at English. We got from Transformers Age of Extinction, Voyager class, Slug, but specifically the Amazon Deco version. Yeah, the one I have is for the Amazon Deco version, not the general retail version. But yeah, I have to zoom out a little bit for Slug because he's a big boy. And then we can go back to ×1. And then lastly, we got from Transformers Age of Extinction, Deluxe Class Gorn. If he's right here, yep. Yeah, because I really do want to complete my Age of Extinction Dinobots, which I do know they're getting like Studio Series updates. Well, Grimlock's getting a Studio Series update, the rest are going to be actually new. But I don't know, it's just, like, I know Studio Series is supposed to be movie accurate, which sometimes it isn't, unfortunately, but I just prefer the colors on the toys than the colors on the actual dudes. Like, if these guys came in, like, the same colors as they did in the movie, then, yeah, I would just go for Studio Series, but, you know, I'm just passing on them. Like, if they all get the releases first, and then the second releases are them in the toy colors, then sure, I'll probably try my best to pick them up. Although, I do know Strafe and Slash are a bit smaller, so I wonder if they'll be Commanders or something. Well, Strafe has to be a Velociraptor, so he might be just like a Voyager leader. I can see them doing that for Strafe. Not Strafe, Slash. Strafe, probably same scenario, maybe a Commander, because they're a bit more smaller. But yeah, still cool. Alright, let's get these two prepped for robot mode. Okay, so let's see. Triceratops robots. You two robot. Alright, so we're gonna start with the small one, just because it makes sense. I'm in a good position because okay, there we go, I fixed it. Alright, so let's see. I had to check this onto the ground because it's awkward the way the paper is. So let's see. You want the dinosaur facing like this, and Penny you wanna wait. Oh. Okay, so you wanna unfold his legs. Weird way to cancel the articulation joint. Alright, then... Oh, okay. Step 2, you want to fold out his head. And you want to pull down on this. Then, let's see, for step 3, you want to take them on... Am I splitting you? Took a bit of effort, had to use some tools and what's left of my fingernails. But you're supposed to split this open. Let me fix up his leg. And then for the last step, they want you to fold it down, but I like it like this. Right, is that how you're supposed to look? Yeah, it's supposed to look like that. And yeah, this Triceratodon all transformed. I'll go over his articulation later in the articulation segment. Can you stand on your own? Okay, you can. I'd be kind of sad if you couldn't, but I get why. And then let's get started on Slug from Triceratops to robot mode. And in case we didn't take a good look at Triceratodon, I'd take a good look at him later in articulation. But what they want you to do is, you know, untab his spikes and fold in his tail. Actually, there's like 2 different steps. Step 2 is just pull this out, and step 3 is fold in his tail. Step 4, take his back legs and fold them in till they hit the back. So take it, rotate it till it hits the back. Then they want you to, they want you to unfold it this way. Oh, okay. And then take his dino legs, fold them out. Not dino legs, his robot feet. If you can, they want you to untab his rib cage and just pull it down. And I guess you keep pulling till it hits his dino legs together. Oh, do they want us folded in? Do they? Wait, look at the instructions. Oh, okay. They want us to fold out a piece, I guess. The instructions are being weird, so I'm gonna just keep going for it now. Just make sure that down here. Oh. They want you to take these pieces and have them flush. Yeah, I don't know how to expect you to do this without having this come off. There we go. I guess it's just fiddling, but you have to get like past here, so. But it's like hard plastic. This is soft, this is hard. It would have been better if this was soft so you could fiddle it around easier. Step 10, point down the head, so it'll be like pointed up. Make sure you point it down. Then they want you to fix itself. So let's see which way we're looking at. How to rotate the wrong way. Alright. So now you try your best to stand it up. Alright, actually worked. Then they want you to take these bits and flare them out. Hey, you got the Grimlock design. They want you to take these bits and fold them in. So the top of Triceratops head, fold them in. Yeah, so while these are folded out, you want to rotate his hands. Then they want you to close it in because this piece right here is going to clip into that so it holds. Take the dino. Oh, okay. So you see how there's a tab right here? It's going to go into the hole right there. If it works. Alright. There we go. Fold down the arms. And notes and parts are made to detach with excessive force applied and designed to be retracted. Oh, cool. So they actually used to advertise that on instructions saying like, oh, sometimes pieces may fall off. But basically everything on the Transformer can be reattached. Yeah, basically everything can be reattached. But you do that, fix him up just to make him look presentable. And there's Slug all transformed. Well, Age of Extinction Slug. This is supposed to represent 1984 Slug. I guess because he's Grimlock and he's supposed to be leader, I guess that's why he got a bigger figure. But I don't know why they didn't do it for Snarl and Slug, give them a little tiny version. Unless, I guess, the mold just didn't exist, so they had to get cut. But yeah, cool helmet. He really does have like a, well, they are supposed to be knights. But his helmet really looks like the most like a knight that I know of. Kind of like a Sir Lancelot knight helmet. Right here they are together. Then for his accessories, which are his blades, which I feel like can also be used as blasters. Like I know that it's made like this, be interlocked, but it looks like it can be used as a blaster. Slide them in. Now he's all armed up. I really do like the knight design though. I think it pops. I mean, it works better than some like Slug is alright. Scorn and Slug that look pretty half decent. I know Slug, I think, is supposed to be a lance dinosaur. I guess you're a twin-wielded knight. And I guess Scorn is supposed to be a spear one. Because like his tail acts as the weapon. But I know in the film it's more articulated, which if you get the Voyager upgrade in The Last Night, you can actually articulate his tail in like 2 or 3 places. But I do know mentioning in Scorn's video saying like I kind of prefer the Deluxe over the Voyager because yeah, I know the Sparrow is supposed to be big, but I don't know, it's just the colors look better on the Deluxe than the Voyager, so that's why I prefer. So that's why I decided to get the Age of Extinction version. Actually, to be honest, I think I prefer all the colors for the Downbots that got an update for the Last Night version. I think I prefer the Age of Extinction colors because it just looks better to me. Just fixing up Triceratodon. Well, I mean, because I know that's its mold name, but I guess Slug is its name in this case. But it is legit actually just a carbon copy of the Dark of the Moon Triceratodon. So, like, if you get that, you're just basically rebuying this figure if you get the duo pack. But yeah, Slug looks a lot more brighter off camera than on camera. On camera, they're making him a little bit more darker. But we got articulation for this fella. So he doesn't have much for articulation. If you want to count it, his head can go up and down. This can go up and down if you want to count that for articulation. He has ball jointed arms, so you can do stuff with that. And his legs can go back and forth, and this piece can allow it to go in and out. That's it for his articulation. Then going over to the Age of Extinction Slug. And I guess if I use this one, I'll say Age of Extinction 1984 Slug, if I ever use this guy in this size comparison video. Going over his articulation, his arms, can they rotate or are they like fixed in place? Okay, they're like fixed in place, so you can't do a full 360 because of the Triceratops head. He has a bicep swivel, bicep bend. Nothing in the hands because they have to go in and out due to transformation. He has a waist articulation. No ab crunch, unfortunately. You can still access the jaw articulation in robot mode, so in case you want them to be closed or open, you can do that. He has a very expressive ball joint for the head. His legs, they can kick out that far. I think they can kick out a little bit farther if you untap the front paws. They can kick out that. Wow, they can kick up basically as far as the figure can kick. They can kick not back. Well, if you move this piece out of the way, they can kick back a lot more. And there's some tab slots to help tab into the leg so it doesn't move. You have a really loose waist. He has a thigh swivel. I say a little bit above 90 of bend at the knees. And no feet pivot down. Wow, it seems to be like this corner. This leg is just specifically loose. But yeah, let's go over those size comparisons. No, he died. But up first we have from Transformers Dinobot Adventures, Dinobot Slug. Then we have from Transformers Age of Extinction, Voyager class Slug in the Amazon colors. I'm just gonna call for both his video and Slug's video, but after I'm done with this video, anytime he comes in a future video, including the collection video at the end of the year, I'm just gonna call him Voyager class Slug. But if I ever do get the normal colors in the collection, then I'll bring back saying retail version or Amazon version. But just for his own video and Slug's video, I'm just gonna call it the Amazon version. But I think going forward, unless I get the retail version, he will just be called Voyager class Slug. And then lastly, we got from Transformers Age of Extinction Deluxe Classic 1. It feels nice having more of the team in the collection and just having Scorn. Like, I've been planning to buy more of these guys, just I never get around to it, but I saw the opportunity, so I hopped on it, so maybe that'll motivate me to get the rest of the team done. I only am missing 4 more members. I'm missing Grimlock, preferably the Voyager version, Strafe, Snow, and Slash. And for Strafe, I can do, and for Strafe and Grimlock, I can either get them in 2 packs or I can get them by themselves. I was planning to get him by himself, but I saw his 2 packs, I'm like, whatever. I was gonna buy Black Jacket from Combiner Wars at the Legend class scale with Slug and Slug, because I keep my Transformers in even numbers as much as possible. But it was a little bit too much, so I didn't get Black Jacket. But, you know, who knows, maybe in the future I'll pick it up, because he does look nice. Same with his, same with the other one that uses him more, which is either Hot Rod or Rodimus Prime. I forget what they call it under, but yeah. Yeah, that's been my look at Transformers Age of Extinction Evolution 2-pack, Dinobot Slug X Dinobot Slug, or specifically Dinobot Age of Extinction Slug X 1984 Dinobot Slug. I did thank you folks watching this Transformers unboxing video. Folks did enjoy the unboxing video, give the video a thumbs up, drop a comment down below, I'll play them as fast as I can, and subscribe with the bell so you be notified when I drop a new video /show/stream. But until next time, toodles.